And we are going live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to, oh, wow, yeah, this episode of Clark's Cove Detecting. No, we're not either. This isn't an episode of Clark's Cove Detecting. Welcome to the live stream tonight, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Shoo.
New England PDA, Cynthia, Bill, Johnson Family
I
Adventures.
Thank Bean for stopping by
Yes.
and saying hello. I know she's got her hands full.
In between
we
the
appreciate
feedings.
you stopping in and
Yes,
saying
we do.
hello. You're in our thoughts always, guys.
Always.
But
we know you're busy, and we hope to see you soon.
We completely understand.
So how are you guys doing this evening?
Everyone, hey, I'm tired tonight, guys. We worked in flower beds all day. Well, not all day, but several hours in the flower beds today. So we're tired, and but we're hanging in there. And did a little mowing, and I see Boldline has joined us. Thanks for stopping by. And we got a couple of things we're going to talk about this evening, and try to have a good time.
Yes, we are. I see Boldline says he has exciting news.
That's awesome. I see Park Rat Pat has joined us.
Good to see you, Pat.
I haven't. We'll be out to the farm on Monday. So,
which you were there Friday.
Yeah,
but as of Friday, no.
Friday, no, there was no mail in the box Friday, Pat. So, we'll be out there Monday. So. It'll probably be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will let you know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we've been a little busy here.
Tom Kingery.
Hey, thanks for stopping by, Tom. We've been doing a little bit of metal detecting, a little bit of creek walking, and
yes, we have. I could creek walk all day. Okay, forgot to put Nita's note. Nita's note in it.
PA Relicaners, Dave, thanks for stopping by.
Hey, PA, good to see you.
And we've been keeping busy. Like I said, we've got some metal detecting videos in, and so like I said, we got another creek walk video done. We did that yesterday. Got out in the creeks and had just a great day. It was beautiful weather. We got out and had some really cool finds, and just had a good time walking in the creek and trying out my new boots, which they're not the ones I wanted, but I just can't bring myself to pay $150 for a pair of boots
that you may only use
a few times. The ones I got are good. So
yeah,
and then I can't complain. But they're not as tall as I wanted them. But I had to take them off a couple of times and
turn them upside down.
Take the socks off and drain them. You know how it goes, because you just can't stand not to get in that water.
New England PDA says, "Did your feet stay dry?"
No. Oh man, by the time I got home, they were as pruned could be.
They look so wrinkled,
white pruned. Yeah, and all.
Hey, Marty Verstahl, good to see you.
I hate walking on uneven rocks, and you have to watch in that creek because some of that stuff can be slimy in places, and some places it's not. But in some places it is, and you have to kind of watch yourself. And oh my gosh, I'm the world's worst on my feet. The old expression, you got two left feet. Well, I don't know if you can call mine two left feet or what they are, but I could trip over myself sometimes. And that is no joke, guys.
Good to see you.
So I have to be especially careful, which I actually had my shovel with me, so I was using it as a walking stick, and Melissa actually had a walking stick with her. So,
well, let me tell you folks a story.
It helps in the creeks like that. So what story are you got?
About my walking stick.
Oh, it's because your uncle.
No. Yes, my uncle made it. But as we were going down the creek bank, of course, Robert goes before me and I hand him everything. And then that way I'm pretty much empty-handed when I start down. So I'm hugging a tree and
tree hugger. You're one of those, are you? And I'm getting up and leaving now, guys. She's one of them tree hugging.
And I have my walking stick, and Grandma's trying not to fall and break a hip, That's how I was acting. I want to be safe, folks. I got to be safe. I'm going to the
I
creek.
was filming her while I was doing
I
the
knew
opening.
Robert was quiet. And then I looked up, and at the time I looked up, I think he started talking. I pointed my walking stick at him. I said, "Here you are videoing me," and I didn't even know it. Oh, I look like an invalid walking down that bank, and I'm so ashamed. But again, when you all see it, feel free to laugh, but I was just being safe.
That's good news, Boltline. But yeah,
good news, Boltline.
She walks like some granny sometimes. And I just, sometimes I think I just get in too big of a hurry is my problem.
Yes, absolutely, Cynthia. Prayers being lifted up, Caleb. Yes.
But today, do it like this right here. We were working in the flower bed, and this is no joke, no lie, no fabrication here, guys. And while we've been working in the flower beds, we've been kind of talking. We got, it'd be cool to find a marble working in the flower beds. And today we were coming down the side of the house working and getting all that done, broke up and getting the retaining wall stood back up. And I swear we were sitting there and say, man, wouldn't it be cool coming down through here? And we would find a marble. And Melissa was like, yes, it would. And it wasn't 10 minutes.
It wasn't.
10 minutes. And I was in front of her digging up ground, and I'm running my hands through the
hard
dirt
work.
and getting them, pulling weeds and trying to get them by the roots. And wow.
There it was.
There it was.
and here it is.
And here it is. And guys,
guess what?
And I'm sorry, but that's green, and that thing glows, and it will not show up. I've tried it. I've tried every way to point it. If you could just see how that marble freaking glows in my hand, but there's no way I can get the light on it.
Hey, Colleen.
That you can see it, but trust me.
Oh, it is a beauty,
that
Cynthia.
Thing is beautiful, and I could not believe. And when I seen it, I said, "Go get the camera." I said, "I am going to film this, and I'll put it in a video. I'll just do a breakaway and throw it in there."
J-Man, metal shards.
I thought it was clay at first when I seen it, because it is kind of in rough shape. You can tell it's been played with. It's got several little round pings on it. And so I'd give it a wash. Yep.
Stuck in his mouth.
And then I told Melissa this evening after we found, I said, "Well, you realize that was uranium." And here I stuck it in my mouth. I said, "I'm screwed now." But no, it ain't going to hurt me. But no, it's not clay. But it is glows. This one glows more than any marble we've ever found that glows.
Yes, this is a total. It doesn't have stripes.
No stripes. It's a solid marble.
This is a solid glowing marble.
Glows solid. Oh, it is such a beautiful marble. I wish this camera would show it, but it will not show it. But yeah, that was an awesome find today.
It was. It was. Now, Robert has piqued my interest. When he first saw it, he said, "Oh, I think it's clay."
Yeah,
I didn't say anything, but in my mind, because of its color, I don't know.
See, there's orange clay. Yes, and I think there are some green clay marbles.
I didn't know if they
maybe not that green.
Jim still
swallow
says,
it, Robert. Find it later. Yeah, I'd have her digging it out.
Oh, see, I knew, Jim, when you said that. That's
but
what
then
the
other day we went metal detecting.
Yep.
And we've been driving around town looking for a lot of these old homes that the city is condemning because they're on a mission to tear them down and clean up the town because of the vagrancy and the drugs and people squatting in these old homes that's abandoned. So any of the homes that have this certain tag on them, that's City of Huntington, of course, that's long as we don't mess around to go in the house.
We don't
We don't do that. We just want
enter on the structure.
We're metal detectors. All we're worried about is what's in the yards.
Green clay marbles are usually dark green.
Yeah.
Okay, that's something.
Well,
good
see,
to
when
know.
I seen it, it was all dirty. You'll see it in the whenever it gets in a video.
Yeah.
I don't know what video that'll end up popping up in, but
don't know either.
But anyways, we were started. We had 3 different homes we were going to do that we had scouted out. So we were doing the second one, and we were in the back. Excuse me, in the backyard. Melissa found a spoon, and she's like, "Oh wow, it's got a man's face on it." And so this is the top of the spoon, and it's, who was it? Patrick Henry. And then she got it out. It's pewter. It's very heavy and very soft. And then she cleaned it up, and then it's got, let's see.
Oh, you're going
there you go. It has got the most awesome inside engraving and picture on it. There you go. Yeah. And we looked it up, and they're just like a souvenir spoon of Independence. They're pewter. It says antique when we looked it up, but we never could find what year they come out with these. But it was bent.
Yes, that's what I was getting ready to say. Thank God.
And then when I started bending it back, and you all know me, man, I start messing with something, and it's
don't do no more. Stop.
It's broke, but it's pewter.
Thank you, New England.
It's pewter, and it's very soft. But we did get it straightened out pretty good. But man, that was one awesome find right there. So
thank you so much. Parkrat says get it replated and use it for ice cream.
We're going to find someplace just here in the room in here to display it somehow, because that's the coolest spoon any of it me and her have ever found. We have found a lot of spoons and silverware, most of it's rusted, broke, stuff like that. But as for finding something like that, man, that was just
it was so heavy. It is so heavy.
Killer find. So yeah. I mean that was. We've had some good. Finally getting back in the swing and getting out and detecting, and got some videos under our belts right now. So
yeah.
It feels
We've
good.
got what, 6?
6 videos back in file right now. So whatever you want to call it, it feels good, man. We went through a dry because where we were moving and moved it, we had to put metal detecting on hold a little bit. We spit out some videos, but they wasn't the best from car. So we're back at it. We're having a good time, and
we are,
and finding some good finds.
Yeah.
And enjoying getting back into the swing.
Yep.
The swing.
And speaking of finds, don't you have a find you want to share?
I'm not going to show that. They'll just wait on the video.
I am so sorry. I opened my big mouth, so you'll have to wait on the video.
That one right. This one right here. This find, no, they're not going to get to see that find.
Yes, that find.
Yeah, this find here till the video comes out. I don't know what it. Yeah, I do.
Exactly. That was what I was thinking.
I do know what it is. I just don't know what era it come from.
Yeah, I bet someone there could tell you.
Yeah, well, they can in the video. Yeah, they can tell me when the video comes out.
Hey, headed to the creek. Good
Thanks
to see you.
Stopping by.
Thanks for stopping in.
Now, earlier tonight, and I'm going to just go on to this real quick.
Go ahead.
Because we were watching Dennis and Richie over at on their
Parkrat said whatever you were showing looked colonial to you.
we were over, on the Saturday digs, their main dig lineup, and Dennis and Richie went live a little bit there this evening before Mason Merck. They were talking about pinpointer tips and the tip of your pinpointers, because we had seen where down East Waves they had got new pinpointers they got a Mind Lab, I think, and then a Garrett Carrot. So Dennis was telling them, make sure you put a tip on your that you can get the ones that slide over or something. Get you something to put on the tip of your Garrett Carrot or your pinpointer, because they will wear out really quick. This is our very first pinpointer that we got back in 2019, and it still works, but it's retired right now. But yes, it still does work. It's not the best. You have to turn it on a couple of different times to get it to come on, and you might put it down there, and then you have to click it a couple of times to get it to start beeping, but it will work.
Yeah.
Well, when we got it, we were using it in the gravel a lot, and it started wearing down big time through there. And so we had started looking at videos about what people did to help prevent that. And of course, you can go buy them, the covers, the little condoms, whatever you want to call them for them. Well, I started thinking about what I could, started looking around the house, what I might have that I could. And when I always kind of call this my Rudolph. It looks like the cap that they put on Rudolph's nose on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Remember that cool little animated, well, not the animated, but the actual where they had the puppet stop motion. And remember, they put the little black thing over his nose. Well, that's what I kind of refer to this as my Rudolph red-nosed hider. But what it is
hey Brooklyn.
Hey, what it is, Anthony. What it is the bottom off of a folding stool, like you get at Walmart, the little round black ones, and it folds just like a little bar stool, metal, and they have the little tips on the legs. That's what that is. Of course, we had one of them stools, so I took all 4 of them off.
So now we have a tipless stool.
Tipless stool. But hey, that's pretty tough, and really, truly, honestly, it does not inhibit any of its ability to pick up anything. I don't see any difference in that. It changes how the depth of it and what it picks up. And if you all use this Garrett Carrot like this, sometimes this thing will drive you insane because it has a 360-degree radius of picking up stuff on it. You can stick it down in the hole, and it might be beeping, and the object be on the opposite side of the hole, but it's beeping, and it sometimes will drive me insane to try to find an object, especially if it's really small object with the Garrett. Now, this one, but they do have the black version of this pinpointer that's just the tip. It's not the 360, but it's not waterproofed either. It's just for dry time using, and it's a black one, and they do have that, but it's just the tip. It's not the 360. In case anyone would. I like this one. It's a good pinpointer. I know there's other good pinpointers out there, but it will sometimes drive you nuts with the 360 around it. Mm-hmm. But if you're looking for a tip for your carrot or something, just kind of think, if you don't have one, you ain't bought one, and you need one real quick. And I put a little bit of Gorilla Glue around it, put it down on there, waited till it dried. Oh man, it's really good. Does the carrot have sensitivity? Yes, it does. Now me, I turn it on. I couldn't sit and tell you how you get to it has a vibrate mode. I couldn't tell you. I have got it on vibrate mode before, and I can't get it off, and I'm driving, going, oh, God, because I'm one of them people, I'm sorry.
He's getting wild.
But it does have sensitivity levels on it. I don't have my book with me, but it does.
Yes,
Anthony, it's just like
it's like
you push it once, push it twice, push it 3 times. But it's they are good. I haven't used any other pinpointer, but I've watched other channels that use other pinpointers, and there are some good pinpointers out there. Even some of the knockoffs There's a couple that's not bad. They're
Right.
decent from what I have heard other channels talk about. I know
Yep.
Dan Anderson over at Old Danny Boy. He just did a video here recently where he's talking about pinpointers, and it's a good video. It's very informative. So go over there and watch that one.
Yep.
But just wanted to touch on that. But if you're looking for something to make a tip out of for your pinpointer, just think maybe if you have one of them stools or an old metal chair with one of the on the leg of it,
Yeah.
you might want to try it. Might work. A little bit of Gorilla Glue, pop it down on there, and it save you some money in the long run.
They are tough.
And these are tough, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, we have put these
are
through the mill, definitely, because
Yep.
we do get in gravel a lot with them. And I am the world's worst about using my pinpointer when I get in gravel as a digger. I have to say,
Yeah.
yes, I do that.
It has happened. I think we all probably
We
do
probably
that.
all do that
Yeah.
with our pinpointers. Of course, this one, the Garrett Carrot, has the little edge that runs down it right there, which they do say is kind of for digging, but I don't think they really intended for you to be digging gravel with it. I think it's just like more like soft dirt, sand.
Just kind of,
You know,
yeah.
I don't think they like, you know,
if it's
start chiseling rocks with it, you know. Although, I guess, well, no, that wouldn't work.
Papa Rouse says Kowit's IP68 rated pinpointer on Amazon.
$45.
It's a coin at 4 inches.
Okay. Now I'm going to tell you something. I don't know how many of you all have ever heard this story about these Garrett Carrots. Supposedly you can turn it on, and I have done this, and it does work.
This one don't have a battery in it.
But whether you want to do it to your or not, and you can take a coin, something metal, and run it up until it beeps, until you hear it beep, and then pull it down till it stops, and it will increase the pinpointer's depth by what I experienced, maybe a half an inch to an inch. But you have to have it. And there are videos out there where people have made their little bracket, and they'll have a little thing where they'll slide it and put it there to increase their depth with this pinpointer. Now, I can go over, and I'm not lying to you. Yes, it does. See, Bill's Robert was shaking my head. But you can go over and check that out. And I did it just to see. Just took a coin and brought it back, and then I tested to see if it does, and it will. So that's something else if you all might be interested in trying to what would you call that? Modify your pinpointer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Robert's tip of the day.
Yeah, that's my tip
of the day.
Tip of the day. Definitely. And
Jim Steele says he knows that if you plant the carrot, it does not grow.
Those will not grow.
Will not grow.
And okay, last week during our live stream, I was talking about bicentennial quarters.
Yes, you were.
Being our favorite quarter to find.
Yep.
Which it is. I've always liked the bicentennial quarters, even when I was a kid. And I don't even remember who it was. And I know they said, well, have you ever found a 75 quarter? Well, no. And I should have known. But, you know, guys, just because the bicentennial quarter is my favorite quarter doesn't mean I know everything about it. I'm just one of them people that I do not sit around doing a lot of research on stuff.
Unless it's something
it's necessary to do, unless we find it. But, you know, I knew about bicentennial, and I should dummy me, you know, but they didn't make a 75 or a 76 because they made the bicentennial quarter during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Dummy me should have known that. it being my favorite quarter and coin to find. So tonight, I'm going to sit here and we're going to educate
We do too,
the
guys.
savage. So I've got it sitting right here. The purpose of the bicentennial quarter. These coins were issued to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The design. The obverse front features the traditional image of George Washington as on a standard quarter. The reverse, the back of the quarter, features a colonial drummer and a victory torch encircled by 13 stars representing the original colonies with the dates 1776 to 1976. The composition of the coins. Some bicentennial quarters were made of clad metal, multiple layers of different metals, while
cool,
others
Colleen.
were composed of 40% silver. The 40% silver quarters, of course, are the more valuable quarters. Mint marks. Bicentennial quarters were minted in Denver, Philadelphia, and in San Francisco. The San Francisco Mint produced the 40% silver versions, which were sold to collectors in special sets. Ha ha ha. That was cool. I do actually have 2 silver bicentennial quarters in plastic, little round plastics. Okay, the value. While many bicentennial quarters are clad and worth their face value, some rare varieties, especially the silver ones, can be worth significantly more. I do not have any price ranges here in front of me. Condition and mint mark also play a role in determining value. You always got to remember that. You find stuff that's, a lot of this stuff we find as detectives, there's great finds. You find some great coins, but if they're not mint condition, or unless there's something really rare, truly they're not going to make you rich.
No, you're not going to be able to retire.
You're just not going to do it. Hey, Jackalope Headmaster, thanks for stopping by. Hope
hey,
you are having an awesome weekend. Oh, yes, our weekend has been doing
good to see you.
Great. Thanks for stopping by and asking. So, yeah, that's that. Where to find them? Bicentennial quarters were issued in large numbers. They can still be found in circulation, and Melissa just got one back in some pocket change the other day from, I think, Walmart or Family Dollar or somewhere, and then she got a Wheatie.
That was change. Last week because we talked about it in the live stream. Yes.
Oh, I get them. I always check your change. I tell you, the one thing, guys, that I forget about checking the most are my nickels, to look to see if I ever get a war nickel. And of course, your war nickels will have a mint mark above the Monticello. So,
Brooklyn says there's also an error with an extra drumstick on it.
I've never, I hadn't. So I don't know.
Jackalope Herd Master.
Okay, now uncirculated specimens can sometimes be found in pocket change, and collector quality coins can be purchased from coin dealers or online. So that was just I think that was pretty well what I had.
I think so.
Laid out to talk about. Once again, like I said, as it being a coin that I like, yeah, when put on the spot like that, I should have known. But I don't, I'm sorry, guys. We're not big coin collectors. We don't consider ourselves coin collectors. We do not consider ourselves knowledgeable in coins. I love finding coins. We go out and find them. If it's something that we don't know about, we'll do a little bit of research about it. But I don't spend my time and stuff like that. I mean, but we love to metal detect and we love to find them.
Yep.
But to tell you about coins a lot, no, I'm not.
That's right, Colleen.
I'm not knowledgeable. Yes, there's a lot of books out there. Yep. The internet.
Yep.
Oh, I can't stress your phone. I can't stress enough that you've got a world of knowledge at your fingertips, in your hand. just get on there and use it. And it's all right there laid out for you. So if you have questions, and then shoot, most people anymore, they have whatever it is in their home that they can just ask it and it'll tell you.
Yep.
I mean, don't be afraid to ask it about coins. So, just a little bit of whatever,
Just some interesting
facts there, if you want to call them facts. Facts coming from Clark's Cove, man. You better go get your fact checker because it just might not be right facts.
Lucky Duck says, but from the librarian, make sure you use accurate and reliable resources. AI screws up.
Yeah. Oh gosh, guys.
But yeah, we've been busy getting some. Hey, I'm Zaxon. Good to see you.
I'm Zaxon. Thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we've been having some good hunts and enjoying getting out, and weather's been getting really nice here today. Yesterday was 80. Today was up in the 80s. We were going to do this live stream outside tonight.
We were,
but it had to start raining.
Sprinkling.
Oh yeah. And so tomorrow is going to be nothing but rain
all day.
So we're going to be working inside tomorrow and doing some stuff inside the house. So, yeah. Metal detectors don't need to be coin collectors, but there's an obvious overlap. Coin collectors here, but enjoy watching detecting video. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, my dad was a coin collector. He loved collecting coins. He metal detected, loved finding. He was part of a coin club in Huntington back in the day, in the 70s. And he liked collecting coins. He liked reading and finding out about them. I mean, it never really interested me that much. Sleet and freezing rain here today. Did find a 1936 Merc today.
Congratulations, awesome. New England.
But I mean, he loved coins. He loved learning about coins and finding out about them. And me, I tried there back a while back. I was doing a Thursday morning show from like 11 to noon, where I was going through wheat pennies that he had found. I've got a jar of wheat pennies that's about half full of that he had found while metal detecting, and I got me a little microscope camera, and I quit because our internet where we were living at the time, our internet was so terrible. And I was trying to do this Thursday live stream. It was just an hour. And I was going through them wheat pennies and trying to, I had my book out, and each one I go through, if I find an old, we'd look it up. Price, how many of them was minted, anything we could find about them. And I just quit because I got so sick and tired of the internet. But as for actually doing research and learning coins, no, that was the most I got into it.
Hey, Frank, Northern Found, good to see you.
Yep. Thanks for stopping by. We missed you all last night. I watched today. And once again, you guys, love your marble finds.
Yes, and the milk bottles.
That one little bottle,
was that the bottle?
The Florida water or something. That was a cool little bottle.
What is it was like
water? It was real long stem on it, and it was a corker, and it said Florida water, and I forget what else it said. You gotta forgive me, guys. I was watching, but my retaining is not the best.
Hey, straight up metal detecting
that there ever was. So,
Good to see you.
That was an awesome, yes, Tripwire, thanks for stopping by. That was an awesome.
Olin Borden.
Awesome find on a
it
bottle.
It was, Frank, yes.
And if you guys out there don't go over, please go over and watch Northern Found, Frank and Tyler.
They
always find some awesome stuff.
Always.
Awesome. That's all I can say.
I love milk bottles, and I just enjoy seeing the milk bottles.
I love seeing the poison bottles. That's one.
Okay, Tripwire, we understand. Lurking and listening.
To find a poison bottle. I mean,
Oh,
you'll find some awesome poison
yes,
bottles.
those poison bottles are beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yes. I mean, for a poison bottle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of to say poison bottle
Poison
is
bottle is
beautiful, but
beautiful,
they are
but they
cool
are
looking bottles. But I mean, to think that the ingredients could
poison. Jackalope Herdmaster says those marble finds reminds me of the good old days.
oh, we're hooked on marbles, and I think
Yes, we
we have got a
are.
lot of other people hooked on marbles for the fact that we got it. And I ain't saying we got everyone hooked on marbles, but I ain't saying that we didn't help. But man, I know we got hooked on marbles, and then the next thing I know, Richie is hooked on marbles,
Yep.
and it's just kind of trickled into a lot of people now are looking for marbles, and it's
Yes.
great to see people looking for marbles, and they are so fun to find when you find one, especially like we've been doing here lately where we're creek walking and we're just eyeballing this creek right now, guys. We have not really took the metal detectors in and started metal detecting this creek yet, although we're going to. Right now we're just walking section by section and looking for eyeballing stuff, and we have already found 10 marbles in this creek just by walking up it and zigzagging back and forth. And let me tell you, you get tired quick, your eyes do, looking through water and looking for a marble when you're looking in gravel and rocks and not really digging. You're just walking and looking to eyeball something. And we have found 10 marbles now over there in that creek, and we have walked how many blocks of it so far? Maybe 3 blocks of that creek.
I think
yeah,
3 blocks.
How many miles is it? So
I can't answer that.
So yeah, and I'll have to show them that. Reach up there and get. It ain't no big deal.
Now, what do you want me to get?
Here, right here it is. Right there. Right there. Yeah. I found this yesterday. I mean, I've seen people find gobs of them. We have found them, but not like this. And this is the first one, and it's just a stopper. But it's a stopper like that. We have never found a stopper. I was just laying there in that creek, and I just looked down, and there it was. We have found the stoppers for like vinegar cruets that have the little like a crown on the top, but to find one like that. So in the video I say, well, it's a bucket lister, but it's not, because we have found stoppers, but like that one, no. So yes, that was kind of a bucket lister in the creek over there.
I think
yesterday.
It's great. And I'm surprised he saw it, because
I mean, yeah,
it had that old
that's
green
why I said
crap over it.
We're just walking
like
through and eyeballing for stuff like this, just
Uh-huh.
looking for shapes. Definitely those round and it's hard because that creek is so full of little round white pebbles. And sometimes through the water,
when it's
rippling, amazing how the water will
make them look round,
distort something, and you're like, and reach down there, and it's like, you know. So yeah. And I wanted to, just before Melissa, because I know she's got something here she wanted to talk about.
It's okay, you're good.
But I also wanted to hit on this because we were going through videos from last night from the premieres on Fridays, and I was watching Sweet Diggs, and she was not having the best day. And then she got a really good signal.
Yes,
and she found
did.
a really freaking cool ass coin.
Yes, she did.
And it changed her whole day. Uh-huh. And then she went on and found a couple more really cool ass coins. And I started thinking back about my video that we did, and I got really frustrated. But then I got that good signal and found that walking half Liberty dollar.
Hey, Carrie Holder, Ed, good to see you.
And I was thinking, she was getting discouraged. And, I always say, don't get discouraged, but we get discouraged as detectorists.
Uh-huh.
But then she found that one good find. and it changed her attitude. It changed. Oh, she's ready to, and we do that. We go through that because when I found that $50, man, where I was ready to head back to the truck, then it does. It gets you excited.
It does.
And I say when we were doing the video yesterday, I was saying in the video, and I'll just go ahead and tell it right now. If you're out and you get up early in the morning, a lot of you guys get out early and start metal detecting, you make a big day of it. I've always found that, like, if you're having a crappy morning, you got a good place you wanted to hunt, and you get out there and you're just not finding what you want, take a break, go to lunch, get you something to eat, half hour, 45-minute break. Because I have found so often that we'll be having crappy mornings and they just start getting discouraged.
Yep.
Take a break.
And it's usually with us the mornings,
away.
The first part of our detecting
and then I will go to lunch and come back, and it's like boom, boom, boom. Then
that's how it happened.
It'll
in
do
the
creek and metal detecting too. We have had crappy mornings, get out, curb strip hunting, be like, I ain't find enough, Melissa. I'm getting discouraged.
You do get discouraged.
Let's go to lunch. Let's take a break, walk away, change locations even.
Yep.
And then you find out, the next thing you know, you're having a great day.
Park Rat Metal Detecting says I take breaks for breathing treatments. It helps.
It does. Whatever you got to do.
Clear the lungs.
But if you're getting discouraged and you feel like, but just stop. Turn your detector off.
Yep.
Walk back to the truck or car or whatever, get your lunch or go get lunch.
Yep.
Depends. Some people pack their lunch, some don't.
We do.
I always tell people you better pack, when you come with me, you better pack a lunch, but most of them don't bring enough. So, nah, I'm just teasing, guys. But no, depending on whether you pack your lunch or whatever, get in your truck, drive down to wherever, get you a sandwich, pop, whatever,
crackers,
something.
I don't like to eat a lot and then go detecting because that's
that's what
over.
I say. Take a break. Get you a bite to eat. Take a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour break. Then go back and start detecting. And you're liable to find you have a lot better day. It's amazing how just walking away for a little while will clear the mind, come back and finds.
Hello, Terry Ezell. Well, we are so glad you just found our channel. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
We've just kind of been
we're just rambling about metal detecting and marbles and
pinpointers and
pinpointers,
coins, bicentennial quarter, which is our favorite quarter to find. I have a tiny folding stool in my backpack away from the car all days. Yeah,
that's great, Colleen. That helps. Yeah,
when we metal detect or whatever, we always try to park and keep the vehicle in sight. So, because we won't pack our lunch, the cooler
out
with us.
We go back to the truck.
So we'll always kind of walk back to the truck. Or if we're out in the woods on the side-by-side, we'll always keep the side-by-side kind of in sight.
Yep.
And that way when we get ready, if we get discouraged, get tired, I need to take a break. I'm not finding nothing. I'm going to go eat. Let's walk back to the side-by-side and sit there for a few minutes, do what you got to do to clear your mind.
There's Kay's digging it. We were just talking about Kay.
Like we had told you, I'm so scatterbrained, Kay, and I don't even know what video I put it in.
It will be coming out
soon. I went
soon.
back through videos and found the weenie dance, and I refilmed it and spliced it.
Thanks for stopping in.
And spliced it into a video. I don't know if it's
the weenie
this next video. I don't know if it's the next video coming out, or it'll be
the next couple,
the next couple, because I'm staggering videos where we did the museum, the radio museum. So the next video coming out is going to be metal detecting, then the museum, metal detecting, museum, so on and so forth like that. But there's 3 parts to the radio museum videos, but it's in It's in a video. Not one of the radio museum videos,
No.
but in the detecting, I just spliced it in there. I kind of recut it a little bit. It's not a lot. It was when we sat back and rewatched it. It was just hilarious reliving that. I'm like, oh my god, we are all nuts. That's all I got to say.
I sit on a rock too, New England.
But yeah, it's in there.
Or a log.
I've got it in there. I can't sit and tell you which one it is, but it's there.
Yes, it is.
I told you I was going to reslice it and put it in a video. So yeah, we've been. It was. I don't know if any of y'all ever go back and watch any of your old videos. We will from time to time, just to go back and
get a giggle.
And it's fun sometimes to go back and check out your old videos.
It is.
You forget some of the stuff you did, some of the things you say. It is.
Yep.
It was fun going back and rewatching that video and then refilming that clip and then I had to do some trimming and cutting on it.
Okay, Jackalope.
To put it in the way I wanted to put it in there. But I thought it worked out pretty good.
I think it worked out pretty good.
Yeah. I put a special bulletin, special report on that before
I don't recall.
It might have. I don't know.
I don't recall.
I can't recall. Like I said, I'm so scatterbrained. So, but it is coming soon.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely coming soon.
I just wanted to share with you. We was talking about marbles.
Yes, please go ahead.
Now that
I can take a breath now and catch my breath.
You know, we were talking about how marbles, they just all of a sudden there they are, like the one Robert got today in the flower bed. I mean, there it is, that little roundness. It's just awesome. They're addicting. And as you guys know, we are members of the West Virginia Marble Club, and so we got a show coming up, and they sent us a pretty card with all these pretty marbles on it. And they're just so fun.
You held that up there for people to see for a while, didn't you?
Oh, we'll go right ahead.
Because you never know, someone might watch this.
That's true.
And then they want to see, wow, I want to look at that a little bit better.
And our 22nd annual marble show is on Saturday, May 3rd.
Yeah, and I don't know if we're going to take the camera or not. We'll probably take the camera with us, but we have done so. I mean,
but they don't change.
We might, if there's something there that catches my eye, I'll film it just to throw it in as a clip in a video. We're going to see about getting a table.
We're discussing it.
Because we're wanting to see about getting rid of some of the marbles that we have because we have got marbles over here in the floor right now. Yep. Scattered everywhere that we're going through. I've got marbles back here. It's hard to tell. You can't tell, but there's marbles.
Make heads or tails out of it.
Marbles, in container, in bottles. These marbles are in Cristal champagne bottles. Got some down here, and this right here is a bubblegum machine. Then I've got another bubblegum machine with marbles in it, and we got blue jars with marbles.
Don't we have a Dom Perignon with marbles in it?
Dom Perignon? No, I don't know where that bottle's at.
I thought we did.
No.
Okay.
But we're going to see about if we can get rid of some of these marbles.
We're going to try to.
We got them coming out of our ears, and some of them were marbles my mom and dad collected. Some that her dad actually had a few marbles, but we're going to go see. I'd like to set up a table and just see if we can get rid of some of them, because I don't know what we're going to do with all of them.
Kay says she found one yesterday and was only able to hunt about a third of the creek on my way back out. I was so happy to have found one blue and white marble. Every one of the marbles make me happy.
So everyone else was wrong.
No, he's not lost.
I lost them, but those marbles will never be found. So now, what was you going to finish your story?
I'm going to finally finish my story. Of course, every quarter we get a newsletter from the West Virginia Marble Club talking about everything that's going on and people's stories and experiences. And this is a little paragraph here that sort of sums up the feeling of finding marbles. The joy of finding marbles. Now, you all might not think that it's all that, but when I read it, I thought, you know what? That's the feeling I get. But here is this last paragraph of this story. It says ruminations on being a marble collector. And it's a lengthy story, so I won't read that. But it says we play, we laugh, we live, we die. We recognize the addiction and celebrate with gathering. It is the inner child we celebrate, adore, and cherish. We are like kittens wildly chasing a marble tossed into a shallow cardboard box. But unlike kittens, we have yet to grow tired of chasing marbles, and I hope we never do. Yep. So I think that sort of describes the joy of finding that marble. It is. It's fun. Really fun. But I just want to share that with you all.
Oh, are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Yeah, but yeah, we do. We love marbles, guys. They're
yes, Colleen, put them in jars. That's what we do. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got right now. We're got to get some jars.
Hey, Dirt Claude, how you doing, Patty? Good to see you.
Thanks for stopping.
Yeah, we've got a small pile of marbles laying over here on the floor that we're waiting to get a container to put them in.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to put them in.
I don't know either.
Because we just don't want to put them in just a plain old jar.
No.
We're trying to find
something different,
unique stuff to put them in. That way, if we could get rid of them, they might sell easier. I only have marbles that I found either in the dirt or in my creek.
In crop fields and old home properties.
Yeah, now see, that's another thing we were talking about, finding a marble while metal detecting. Of course, marbles do not
They don't
ring up. They don't make
a signal.
They don't make a detector that'll pick up a glass marble.
Oh,
daggone it. But we have dug signals, and there be a marble there. I think I remember I was like dug a nickel, and there was a marble laying with it.
Yep.
The odds, though, of that, oh my God, are astronomical. Truly, you have to say that, because what are the odds that you're digging something and a marble be there? I have dug nails.
That's what I was getting ready to talk about. Yep.
A marble be there with the nail. What's the odds? Talk about needle in the haystack stuff. I mean, that is like, wow. I love that. I remember we were out of town last year, and we were hunting in a little park, and I was going around a basketball court, and I dug a penny, and there was a marble laying there with that penny.
Yes, there was.
So, I mean, they can pop up at any time. You've just got to be on the lookout for them.
You just got to look for that roundness.
That little sweet roundness. I mean,
we have been metal detecting a home site, and I think that video come out in December or somewhere around in there. But I was digging around the tree, got a signal, pinpointed it, got it out. It's just a nail. And I just took my digger and was just sketching around, and guess what? It just rolled. There it was. I'm like, oh, Robin, guess what? There's a marble.
It's the most awesome feeling when you see one and find one. It's so exciting. At least it is for me. I remember the first clay.
They are special bonus.
The first clay marble I found. We were digging a home site out where we ATV ride. Mm-hmm. And I'm digging this signal, and I'm digging, and it ends up being clothing. And it's a zipper is what I was picking up. But then I look down, and I see this little round orange ball. And I told Melissa, I said, I got a marble, and I think it's a clay marble. And by George, it was a clay marble. That was my first one, man. And so, I mean, they will. It's amazing how they just pop up.
And now, correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't know a whole lot about the history of the clay marble, but now were they not used as
Ballast
weights
in
in ships? So could you imagine how many clay marbles are out there somewhere?
Yeah.
I want to find a German swirl so badly in my creek, in a field, or somewhere.
Yeah.
That would be choice, Kay. And I hope you find it soon.
Just guys out there, just always keep that in mind. You always keep your eyes kind of. I know when you're metal detecting, you're probably not really thinking about marbles.
You're not.
We do. I'm sorry, guy. When we're metal detecting, I'm thinking about marbles at the same time, because we have dug signals where there's marble with the signals. So I'm always thinking about marbles and hoping to find one in a signal. It's a great feeling. I mean, we love those. I don't know what it is about finding them. Just sitting and thinking, it's about its journey from being a piece of glass that got dumped into a furnace. That because I've seen that process. If you go back through our channel, you will see where we went to actually got to see marbles being made. And if you've never seen that, go back through our channel. You'll find those videos where we went to have seen on a marble run, what they call a marble run. And, you know, they dump glass in this big furnace and it comes out, looks like lava, comes out, and it goes through this little, I can't explain it, and it makes a little round ball, and it go down rolling down this little rail.
Yep.
And then you have a person at the end that decides whether that marble is worth keeping or throwing in the crap bucket.
Yep. I was sitting and watching them pick out the colors, because they'd have the big striking rods, which was all different colors, like a box of crayons, but extra large. And then people would bring in buckets of just glass that they wanted melted and mixed in. And I'd watch him strike the colors. He'd pick out the colors he wanted to put in and then dump them into the furnace.
Well, they put it in this little round thing on a big long handle.
Yep.
Open up that door, and then I actually, if you go back and look at some of them videos, I've got the camera right there at that door when they open it up, and you can.
Very cool process, New England PDA. It is.
But then to think about it from that, then it made it. If it's lucky enough to make it to be a marble that makes it into a bag, and then it's sent across the country to wherever.
Yep.
And it's hanging in a store, and then someone will get, Mom, Dad, I want some more, buy this bag of marbles, and he gets them, and then he loses them, and then who knows how many years later then we find them.
Yep.
Whether it's us, you all, whoever. But to think about, that's just like this marble here that I found out there in the flower bed today. And it has little nicks and pings, so they have been playing with it. But the life of it, to think about how old it is, because I wouldn't know how this house was built in 1900. This is 2025. So you've got that many years that marble was lost out there in that flower bed. So that's just.
Yes, Kay. Kay's digging it, says, I've seen a video from someone who lives by where an old marble making plant was. The cast-offs were dumped into a creek behind the place, and this guy was pulling up loads of defective marbles and slag. Yes, we were watching. This has been some time ago. This gentleman, he had a bucket and was walking up the creek where
just picking up. I don't know. We tried to track that down.
We tried to track down where the
there was what
plant was.
What one I seen was in West Virginia. Because guys, and we're not bragging and we're not boasting, but do your history. West Virginia produced the most marbles in the world.
Ritchie County.
I mean, we had the most marble, and most of the marbles throughout the United States and everywhere else come from West Virginia. I mean, they just did that. It's dying though. That is something that,
Mm-hmm.
and see, we got to go to hunt at an old marble factory that had been torn down. It had burnt down, and they were in the process of tearing it down, the city. And we just got lucked out that we got to go in
I think
there
so, okay.
and pick up marbles. But where that marble factory was located, the creek next to it, and the bank there was probably 100 yards of bank, and it was probably 20 feet high down through there. That was nothing but glass, but we were not allowed to dig.
Not allowed to dig.
If we seen it, we could pick it up.
But not allowed to dig.
Because there was, I don't know how many years of dumping there, guys. And now that's all gone. That building's gone. They cleaned it up. And I don't know now what's there. Yeah, but it's all to think, because we found such awesome stuff while we was getting to do that. We were so fortunate that we got to do that.
Yep.
But the thing of it was, we couldn't dig. You could just, kick your foot around through what was there and hope to find something really nice. And we found a lot of nice marbles.
Needless to say, if I'd pick up a piece of glass or a marble and underneath of it embedded, I could see something.
Oh yeah,
I'd take my finger.
Just couldn't have no digging.
You just couldn't have no digging tools
and be digging.
Yeah.
So it was okay because we found a lot of stuff. But man, marbles are it's just awesome to think about them and to find them. It's just an addiction. And once you start, and you're like hooked, I guarantee. Go ask Richie. Go ask Northern Found. Ask any of them guys. They're going to tell you that they love the marbles. They're hooked on them. I mean, I know Richie is, him and Kelly, and them guys. I love watching them find them now. I think it is so great to see them guys finding marbles and loving marbles and learning about marbles. And I could go on and on.
I could go on. It makes you feel so happy inside.
I could just go on and on about marbles, guys. And I know you're probably like, okay, Robert, shut up about marbles. But once you get hooked on them, it is hard. They're a drug, really are.
You want to find little crafts to do with them and things
we have.
We have. I've sorted some out by red, white, and blue, and got a little jar, and all my peewees. I was very fortunate to be able to purchase. I don't know what size.
Just think marbles.
Think of it,
funny, Patty, that when you'll be like today, we were talking, it wasn't 10 minutes. I said, wouldn't it be cool to find a marble today? And it wasn't 10 minutes. I kid you not, guys. I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. It wasn't 10 minutes. And there it was. So always think marbles. Say it out loud. Marbles. I'd love to find a marble. And you never know.
Keep that in mind, Patty. Seriously.
And when you're digging, keep your eye peeled for that. Because let me tell you guys, marbles, if you're digging in the dirt, they're going to have dirt on them. And you could easily, let me tell you, we've dug in dump sites and pulled marbles away from us that we didn't see because they're covered in dirt and they're in rocks. They can easily be disguised. But just keep your eye peeled for that perfect roundness. Because I don't know how to say it.
No, Pat, we haven't.
You will know it when you see it. You guys ever watch the marble race vids? No, we'll have to check that out, Pat. But yeah, you'll know it when you see it. But just got to kind of keep your eyes peeled for it and just think marbles.
Kay says, do you still have more of that story to read to us, Melissa? You know what?
Guys,
I have my pamphlet, and stay tuned for next Saturday. I'll be bringing you another paragraph out of that story.
Oh,
yes.
You're that confident you're going to be on next week's show.
I'm pretty confident.
Gee.
Good Lord willing.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to tell you something else that is fun about
Don't
finding
point.
marbles. Oh,
It's
don't
not
point.
point.
You know, I have a bad habit of
It's
that. My
supposed to
dad
be
was a
like
pointer.
this.
Anyway, and this is in a video, and Robert knows it to be true. We were digging at a dump site, and I found a half a marble. Well, guess what? Everyone, please keep
Yeah,
your eyes open for Robert's lost marbles.
See, them marbles are like dinosaurs. They extinct.
But we revisited that dump site. Was it the next season? And was digging, and I said, Robert, look.
Twice. We have done that twice.
This has happened
Found
twice.
A half a marble and come back next season and find that other half a marble and put them together. And I can
found
tell you
the
what
other
videos
half.
they are.
Yes.
But we have found.
Thank you for coming over, Richie.
Yes. We have found half marbles and then go back next season and find the other halves right where we were close to where we were digging. That's cool. And then be home like, wow.
Match them up.
Check that out. Those marble. That's the other half of that marble. Now that's cool.
Richie never got to see your marble you found in the flower bed
today. Yeah,
because he's been working on his book.
And I'm brother, man, this thing glows, but it will not show up.
The whole thing glows.
It glows like nobody's business, man. That thing is beautiful marble. And it's green, and it's solid green, and it glows solid. I mean, if you could see, if you, in the dark room, it looks like a celestial body in the sky, glowing, beautiful, like a planet or something. I mean,
it does.
I'm not exaggerating, Richie. That thing is beautiful. It was just, and like I said, we were just saying, wouldn't it be cool to find a marble today? And I just was going through that dirt with my hands, and there it rolled out.
Richie says, I would say it might be an acro.
So, I mean, it was just, it was just an awesome find today, Richie. I mean,
we have marbles that have, just swirls that glow, but that
whole thing is just a solid glowing ball when the light hits it. I wish this camera would pick it up because it is just beautiful. It just looks like it's got a light inside of it. It's almost like you've turned a little switch on inside of it and it's just glowing.
Daddy says he's not excited or anything. We were talking about, awesome. Richie, the excitement of finding marbles, and Robert was talking about you and
Kelly and
the marbles that you all find all the time and how fun it is with each and every one of them. Yes, he was entertained with that find, Kay. Do I see old Danny boy just a digging? We just got home. One big hello to everyone.
I was talking about him earlier, and it was nothing good, Dan. Let me tell you. No,
yes, it was.
I was telling people about your pinpointer video that you did because we was on the topic of some pinpointers because Richie and Dennis were talking about the tips, and I know you have went through that where you wore a hole clear down in through the of your pinpointer. So we just kind of hit on that where they had hit on it, and I was telling that you had just done a video on pinpointers, so people out there that might want to go over and catch that video,
please do.
Please do.
Very informative.
Yeah. So, yep.
The guys in Maine are very entertaining, aren't they, Patty?
Yes, they are. We love watching them guys up there. They always.
I know every time Kelly turned around, there was a marble in his hand. There was.
Was that Kelly or Richie? Both of them.
Kelly. Richie finds his fair share, but Kelly.
Oh, you ain't saying Kelly finds more marbles than Richie now, are you?
I don't know the exact number.
I ain't opening up that.
I'm not opening up that can of worms either, but he finds a lot.
I know. Them guys have found marbles. They have had some awesome marble days.
Yes.
And we just love finding them.
They are fun.
It's just awesome thing to find.
Absolutely.
Yep. And like I said, once you start on them, once you start finding them, and it's like, I don't know, sometimes it's just like, then next thing you know, you're finding them.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the cool thing about it. Oh, is that misinforming us? Oh, they don't want to see that thing.
Oh, they love seeing Annabelle.
It's a giggle. Yes.
Yes. She's a good girl.
Yes.
She gets us up every morning.
Yeah, we hear her come. Meow, 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 meow. Have to come up the stairs and get us. It's time for my breakfast. Gotta have my soft food in the morning.
Yes, all squished up.
Oh, I went down the other morning and was making breakfast, and Melissa usually goes down and gets things of the morning, but she was the other morning, so I thought, well, I'll get up, go down, put coffee.
I was doing what?
Snoring like a dinosaur.
Do that impression again.
I will not. But anyways,
that's exaggerated.
I went down and I was getting stuff around and Kat's giving me the cold shoulders because she's standing there in front of her food bowl expecting her morning. And I thought, okay, I got to remember that when Melissa comes down, first thing she does is take care of the cat. Now, see, she'll get taken care of when I get around to it. She's sitting there, and this cat is, cats are
cats.
What's wrong with it? It's a cat. That's what's wrong with it. And they are so, I don't know, spoiled critters is what they are. They are just spoiled animals.
She eats out of Courier and Ives
and
dish.
So she's sitting there, got her back to and hovering over that food button. I thought, okay. So I got to go get her a little pouch food and mix it with what it's got to be done just right. That's pretty sad when cat dictates to you and can't even talk, but dictates to you how the food's got to be prepared.
She talks the best way she knows how. Meow.
Yeah, she talks to you all right when you're coming up the steps and she's attacking you, screaming like a banshee.
Gosh, I had to tell my neighbor across the street, if you hear me screaming, it's not because I'm being abused. It's because the cat is abusing me.
Abusing you,
my ankles when I walk up the steps with
That's
food.
Funny. I'm going to get it on film one of these days, guys.
Good night, New England PDA. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm going to capture it on film.
Good luck, guys, tomorrow.
Yeah. Her getting attacked by Annabelle coming up the steps. I think she's exaggerating some of it, though, because I'll hear her. I said, was she attacking? No, she was looking at me, though. I said, well, why are you screaming for?
Because
she was looking at me. She had her pad up. I'm like, oh, shit.
I can hear her running on the carpet. And so I know she's getting ready to attack. And she'll put that paw out, and it looks like a paddle or a weapon of some sort.
Every morning, my daughter's dogs, cats, and turtle are fed water before I get my coffee. That's sad.
Robert understands that, Kate.
Pets get fed before we do.
Yes, they do.
Wait a minute here. Wait, where's that? I thought we were like up here, and then you come on down, and then you get the dogs and cats and turtles and snakes and.
But going back to my ankle attacks from the cat, Robert has to know when he has seen the blood oozing out of my ankle.
What? Oozing?
I didn't say dripping.
It's not oozing, guys. It's just a kitty cat scratch.
With blood. She brought the blood. And
because you can take a paper, get a paper cut and bleed.
I was bleeding.
Paper cut will bleed. So,
and she's done it on several occasions. And yes, I screamed quite loudly. And of course, like I have told you before.
You think it's a horror movie. You think Michael Myers had just popped up, or Jason or Freddy or someone, or jeez.
Robert, I'm last on the pecking order when we had pets. But Robert just laughs and he haws because he thinks it's funny.
Hey, she's
but now
goes to swarp at me. She knows better.
She has given him a few scratches, but I get it more than he does.
She knows I don't put up with that stuff.
Kay says the boy cat tries to trip her up, telling her to feed him. Oh, Annabelle's the world's worst.
Uh,
You'll be walking and
she'll use her Jedi mind tricks on you too. Yeah, when she just sits and stares.
Did I hear Robert is an ankle biter? Oh gosh, oh Danny boy, if you heard that, I don't know what you heard in that conversation.
I don't think I said anything about ankle biting.
It's my cat.
The
Hello,
cat.
Talisha. Hope you're all eating something good as always.
Yeah, we want to see some more of them.
We want to see some more of those
hot videos.
Yes, between all three of you. Yes,
especially you, Dad, when you're eating.
Oh, he does.
Yep, the hiccups start. Sweats are rolling.
We are sitting there laughing at you, Dan.
I'm sorry, Dad. I'll laugh my ass off.
We do. We do.
I'm like, self-torture some more, guys. Come on. I want to see some more of it.
But we enjoy watching it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, cats are brats.
Oh, ours is, she's,
And Robert loves to give her catnip.
Oh,
and yeah, it's what mixture is it?
It's to make them scratch more.
But it's got this, I think it's called silver vine
or something like
that's
that.
mixed in with it. Oh my goodness! Oh, sakes!
It's hilarious.
Wow.
I'll give her a little pile of it up in her tower, and she'll get up there and she'll start rolling, and then she's got it in her mouth and her face, and then next it's done. Then
she is nuts.
She's crazed, but she's found out she likes catnip, so.
She gets it a little too often, I think. I don't give it to her.
It's been a few days since I've given her any. It's for a glaucoma.
That's what I always hear you say. Oh, it's for my glaucoma. It's for my glaucoma.
Yeah, I ever watch Shrek. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Shrek. When Puss in Boots, there's one time, I think it's in Shrek 2, and he gets arrested. And they find his catnip, and he says, for my glaucoma.
Oh, Danny boy says, I do not mind. I'm Irish and just a little heat makes me sweat. Add some more and I'm crying.
Man, I can't. I sweat. I eat ketchup. I sweat.
It's the truth.
No joke, man.
He is not joking. He'll eat ketchup and he'll sweat.
Cross my heart. I eat ketchup. I sweat, man. So that's why I can't do spicy no more. I used to when I was young. I liked spicy stuff, but the past 20 years, I cannot eat spicy stuff, man. I just cannot do it.
But yes, ketchup makes him sweat.
It will.
And that is no exaggeration.
Barbecue sauce. We use Sweet Baby Ray's.
Yeah.
And just the original. Shoot, that shit makes me sweat. It's funny. Because I'll be sitting eating, like I'll do chicken legs and barbecue them or something like that. And I'm eating it.
It is. It literally runs.
Roll it off. And we get French fries. A lot of times I will not eat ketchup with my French fries, guys, because I'll start eating ketchup, man. I'll start sweating. I mean, so I just cannot eat nothing hardly that has any kind of spice to it. I mean,
and we all know how spicy ketchup is, don't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Because he said any kind of spice to it.
I mean,
Ketchup Adventures in Michigan with Lisa.
Ketchup is not spicy. Unless you get the spicy ketchup, but we don't get spicy. We just get ketchup.
M.A. Lyman says mustard on fries. I think of Sling Blade.
Sling Blade, yeah.
French fried taters with mustard.
Dip in mustard, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so a lot of times I don't even eat my fries with ketchup because of it. It's just hilarious.
When we go out to eat and he has fries, there is no ketchup.
I don't.
I eat ketchup because it don't make me sweat.
I'll get like honey. I'll ask for honey mustard or something to dip my fries in. Now, honey mustard is good to dip your fries in.
Mustard does not make him sweat.
Yeah, I'll use the honey mustard dip or something like that. Yeah. Dip fries in, but yeah, just
Case Digging It says, I like mayo. I learned about that while stationed in Germany.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've tried it. It ain't bad. Well, okay, guys. We're going to stop the presses right now.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to get on a food subject since we're
Uh-oh.
on food.
I don't know where this is going.
Hot dogs.
Oh.
Do you ever eat mayo on your hot dog? I want to see if anyone says yes. So let me know if you've ever tried mayo on a hot dog. Get hot dog bun, hot dog, and put mayo on top of it. I know ketchup, mustard, sauce, relish,
Kay's digging it.
stuff like that is basic what we put on hot dogs. We're in that, chili, your chili sauce, kraut, relish, whatever, Okay, yeah, exactly, Mike. A hot dog is nothing more than a piece of bologna rolled up into a tube. But I've seen people, hey, put mayo on a hot dog? Why would you do that? What, you put mayo on your bologna sandwiches, do you not? I know some people don't. They like mustard on their bologna. I've seen people eat ketchup on their bologna sandwiches. I like ketchup on a bologna sandwich. I like mustard on a bologna sandwich. I like mayo on a mustard sandwich. But people will act like hot dogs, you can't put mayo on it. But you can, because hot dog is just bologna.
Just a smaller version of a roll of bologna.
It's just a bologna rolled up in a tube.
Yep. Oh, Danny Boy says not sure, but I sometimes put coleslaw on hot dogs, and they're made with mayo. Coleslaw is
awesome on hot dogs, but there's some people that don't. So.
Yep.
And why do hot dogs get hot dog buns? Hamburgers get hamburger buns. Why don't we have bologna buns?
Yep, bologna.
What makes hot dogs so special and hamburgers so special? And then once again, guess what? That hamburger bun, that hot dog bun ain't no specialer than just a regular piece of white bread.
That's what I was going to say.
It's the same thing. It's just in a different shape.
Get you a loaf of bread and you'll have hot dog buns, hamburger buns,
I want to go to McDonald's. Hey, we'll go home and make McDonald's.
Yes, Kay's digging it. Says it's called bread slices.
Well, yeah, it's all the same. It's just because we were talking about pasta. Once again, I don't care what shape it's in, it's still pasta. It tastes like pasta. But some people will act like, oh, if it ain't, I can't fix this recipe unless it has elbow macaroni, or if it has to call for bow tie. I can't fix it if I don't have. Well, why not?
And he's not talking about me, because I know pasta is.
No, we understand pasta is pasta.
Yeah.
Well, no matter how it's shaped.
Yeah.
Whether it's elbow, bow tie, radiator, peony.
Bow tie is my
all
favorite.
Taste. Even guess what? Lasagna noodles, spaghetti noodles, all the same. They're just shaped different. But some people think, no, wait. It's got it, but they don't have a different taste to them unless you're getting pasta that's infused with like garlic, spinach, pepper, red pepper, and sun-dried tomato. You can get pasta that's got all the flavors.
Garden rotini.
Just garden rotini. But just your regular basic pasta, it's all the same. Might have different shape, still tastes the same.
Marty Verstall wants to know, if you were a hot dog and you were starving, would you eat yourself?
But why don't we have bologna buns?
I don't know. And why do they call it hamburger? Is it chopped ham?
Yeah,
no, it's chopped steak.
They
should call it steak burger.
That's one of the mysteries.
I know. I agree with that.
Why is it called a hamburger when it's beef?
It's stupid, but I will eat a big dog, but never bologna. There is no rhyme or reason to it, just how it is. I use penny pasta the most. I love angel hair pasta.
We love pasta. Just pasta is all fun.
History's mystery. Pasta is fun. Mm-hmm. It's the shapes. Like I said, bow tie is my favorite.
I have to say I like the swirl. Rotini. I like the radiator. what was that one we got? They were longer, but real. They're round.
Ziti.
Ziti.
I think that's how it's
Maybe
pronounced.
something like that.
Ziti.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ziti, 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 whatever. But yeah, pasta's fun. But yeah, some people make a big deal out of stuff like that.
Pinwheel. It's been a long time
Pinwheel,
since I've
yes,
seen the pinwheel pasta.
Yes, yes. Now I remember when they used to come out with like
Ziti.
dinosaurs and stuff. Now that stuff never. We got that stuff before. It never really did resemble.
That was with the macaroni and cheese, and once it's cooked, it didn't look like a dinosaur.
And
Park Rat says garlic butter egg noodles. That sounds good.
A lot of people think they can only fix macaroni and cheese with elbow macaroni. And why is elbow macaroni called elbow macaroni? And why is macaroni? It's not okay, you got macaroni and cheese. We were talking about what's macaroni? It's pasta. Why just not call it pasta and cheese? Why does it get a special name of macaroni and cheese? It's just elbow pasta, which you can go get. True. And isn't it called elbow pasta? But when you make it with cheese, it gets macaroni and cheese. I haven't figured that one out yet, guys. My stomach turned down. What did he do?
He just had 2 bacon barbecue cheeseburgers with barbecue fries and cheese mac jalapeno poppers. Oh my Lord, you're going to be plugged up for a week.
Jalapeno poppers. We make our own jalapeno bites. And I have done videos on that. You'd have to go back
Danny Boy says because they use Mac noodles. Mac noodles.
Noodles.
Ask a true Italian about that one.
I mean, I'm just being silly tonight, guys.
Fiber gummies in you. Old Danny Boy's going to need those fiber gummies.
Yeah. But it is just we sit around and talk about that stuff, little things like that all the time.
We do.
Like, why does it macaroni and cheese and just not elbow and cheese? Elbow pasta and cheese.
Oh my gosh! Nope, too late. I ate 2 pounds of sharp cheddar in 2 days. Oh my
god! Cheddar cheese is good on scrambled eggs.
Yes, it is.
Omelets. Oh, talking about omelets. Remember my omelets last weekend?
I do.
Oh my god!
Remember your omelets?
Because we had made pizza. Mm-hmm. We had done pizza last weekend. We had a pizza, a pie crust. Because we had done what was that pie you made?
An onion pie.
An onion pie.
Mm-hmm.
So we had
a dessert pie.
We had an extra pie crust. So Melissa's like, "What are we gonna do with that extra pie?" I said, "Well, I got an idea for it." Uh-huh. So I made a pizza with it. I took it, I melted some real butter, and put some Italian seasoning in it. And brushed.
I love cheese.
Brushed that pie crust with. I put garlic, I put Italian, I put oregano, I put basil, onion in that butter, and mixed all that up and brushed that pie crust with it. Then I did burger, but instead of just doing like a layer of sauce, I mixed my burger and sauce together, so it was kind of like a manwich almost, but it was pizza.
Jim still says he wish he had a young fried skunk.
Oh God, I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
It's a layer and made a true pizza pie with that pie crust. And man,
it was
that
good.
Turned out good.
Yes, it did.
So if y'all ever have a pie crust that's in the freezer, you're like, what am I going to do with it? Oh man, make you a pizza. Make you a pizza out of it.
Deep dish, yes.
Definitely deep dish.
Yes, pizza. It's deep dish.
The mushrooms, onion, pepper, cheese, the burger sauce, and topped it, covered it with mozzarella, and baked the living life out of it.
And we did lasagna yesterday and had leftovers today.
Yeah.
And I don't like my lasagna with lots of sauce. I like it more on the dry side.
A recipe that my aunt had. My aunt used to work in a restaurant, and she got the recipe from the restaurant. And it is a friggin' awesome lasagna recipe.
It has your ricotta cheese and egg mixture as a layer. And of course, your mozzarella cheese is a layer and on top. But then also you take 6 tablespoons of butter melted, 6 tablespoons of flour, mix in with that butter, and then add. It says 3 cups of milk, which I just do half. I do 3 tablespoons of butter, 3 flour, and a cup and a half of milk, and stir that until it gets bubbly. Add you some garlic powder, salt to it.
It was good.
Parmesan cheese if you want to. Mix that and then add that as a layer in your lasagna when you're stacking it up. That thing was heavy, wasn't it? How much do you think that lasagna weighed?
20 pounds.
Oh.
Open 2 cans, 1 can cream chicken. Great pot pie. Yeah, we love making pot pies.
I love pot pie.
I love homemade pot pies. I'll have Melissa. She'll do
broccoli and mushroom quiche this week.
She likes her pot pie soupy.
I like mine with not soupy.
I like mine.
He likes his dry.
Kind of dry.
I like mine a little moist.
So when we do pot pies, she does her. We have these little bowls, baking bowls, that we do our personal pot pies in, and she'll do hers and she'll do mine because, like I said, I like my pot pie dry. She likes hers kind of like soup with crust over it.
It's not soupy.
Yeah, you could drink it.
Oh, he is just so full of. He could not. It is not.
All this food talk is making me hungry. I could go for another round of dinner.
Oh, Danny boy. Oh my gosh, and eat some more cheese.
Oh well, last night we've been busy here lately, guys. And last night Friday night is kind of our night that we don't do any YouTubing. We just kind of sit, listen to music, have a few drinks. And I don't know what time it was last night, and I probably had a couple of drinks extra. And then I got the bacon and biscuit.
At what time was that?
Oh no, 10:30, 11 o'clock last night, maybe. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And this is homemade biscuit.
And yes, I was like, okay, I'm getting the bacon out and throwing it in the air fryer. And
I said, if you want biscuits, we got to have bacon.
Yep. So we ended up having biscuits and bacon at 11 o'clock last night.
I love bacon. Oh, but I pay for it because my fingers swell.
Because I'm just got a bacon weakness.
Pot pie should not be able to pass through a straw, Melissa. See, now that is not.
Exactly.
You poop head.
But
it does not pass through a straw, Pat. That's his exaggeration.
She does
he likes his dry.
She likes hers more, and I like mine more dry.
Oh, had a chicken cordon bleu with brie cheese and apples. So good. Now, I've had chicken cordon bleu.
It sounds good.
But I don't think with brie cheese, and definitely not with apple. But now that sounds good. Yes, it does.
I'm dying. Biscuits and bacon. I'm dying here. Yeah, I hate when we start getting on food, guys, because then when we get off here, it's going to be like.
I told you this morning, I said no more nights like last night. We cannot be eating late like that because my hips are getting wider and wider and wider. Yep. Plug up your ears.
Was she saying something?
Not a word. Kay's digging it said, I made tater tot casserole for supper last night. Now, that sounds good.
I'm going to tell you.
What kind of tater tots did you use, Kay?
We like tater tots from time to time. And I don't know what kind of tater tots you all buy, but if you
have in your areas.
Nathan's,
yes.
Tater tots are pretty good. In the air fryer, and their French fries. Oh, my God. They get like freaking crunchy, crispy. And their tater tots do the same thing. You get a lot of tater tots, you bake the hell out of them, and they're still
Kroger brand.
They're still like you're eating a wet, like you're eating a marshmallow.
We like them crispy.
To get that tater tot to get
air fryer fries are the best.
The Nathan's tater tots or Nathan's French fries in the air fryer. Oh man, they do awesome. They do awesome. What was that restaurant? And it went out. They had tater tots was their appetizer, and I can't remember the name. It was like a little German type. It was like not Bonhoff.
It wasn't Bonhoff.
It was
their burgers, but their burger buns was always the Hawaiian sweet
rolls.
But tater tots was an appetizer.
They had tater tots. Oh my God. They had the friggin' most awesome tater tots you'd ever ate.
Cases they don't have anything Nathan's there other than hot dogs.
They were just those
Napoleon Dynamite tater tots.
You never get that in tater tots. Tater tots are always soggy. But man,
I
get a crunchy
crispy
tater tot. It's like crispy French fries. I like crispy French fries
too.
I like them French fries that look like they've laid down in the bottom of the pan and got fried 3 or 4 different times, and they're just, crunchy, yellow, crunchy French fries. But I like the big steak fries.
And what kind of butter or fat was that when we went to that one restaurant? Those fries we had, was they made with?
Oh, I didn't duck fat or butter. I did not like them French fries. They were not. I just did not like whatever duck butter or whatever it was. They were
duck fat.
Duck fat butter.
Duck fat.
Don't forget the duck butter. No, I ain't even going to go into that. But I did not like those French fries. Were not the best French fries. That was at Peddler's.
Yes.
Yeah, that was not the best French fries. I'm sorry.
And they had truffle and duck butter, duck fat, duck fat, French fries. And then they had sprinkled Parmesan cheese and spices on
their kale dip.
Their kale dip was...
And bread and garlic or Italian bread was
very good.
Good. Yeah.
I did, Kay. I ignored that. That last
what?
Because she said, Kay's digging it. Do you use metho ketchup of those tater tots? And then she says, ignore that metho and that last one there. Old Danny Boy says truffle smells horrible. I love blooming onions too.
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse has onion petals.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they still have them or not.
I don't know if they still have them, but they did.
Brought them, and they was trying them, but how well they went over, which is basically a blooming onion pieces.
Already pulled apart, and all of it
pulled apart.
Deep fried, yeah.
And done, and then you just grab it and dip it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got a lot.
Yeah, you got a lot.
I
mean, I like the blooming onions, but
we had one time that the center of it was still doughy, and
so I just
sort
stay away from the blooming onion. Deep fried.
We love deep fried pickles.
The pickles are always good.
Morels. It's that time of the year too.
Always like going for the pickles. So.
Yep.
Nothing like a good pickle.
Fried clam strips with bellies.
Nah.
Now, what's bellies, Mike? Fried clam strips with bellies. No, the mushy batter. That just...
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Shrooms.
Their tummies. Okay. Tummies. I've never had their tummies.
The only Tums I've ever had is like the antacid.
Tummies, not Tums. Clam strip bellies. No, I hadn't heard of that either.
That's smart, Alec.
But we love seafood. But now Robert cannot eat oysters.
Oysters or clams.
He cannot do it.
I used to love them. Got sick on them. Oh, I'll eat squid.
He'll eat squid.
Octopi, calamari. Sushi.
Cynthia says she's gained 10 pounds.
I'll eat every kind of sushi that they can put together and put in front
Oh,
of
he
me.
loves sushi.
But clams and oysters.
And I love oysters. Oh,
right now.
See,
I kid you not. Right
I can't
now,
order
I'm
him
getting
and
this.
eat him around him.
I'm getting this to think about it. I start getting fighting off wanting to get sick. That's crazy. But I did. I ate it. She fixed them one time. She got some and fixed it, and I got. I don't know why. It was just. I guess it was that time for me to get sick off of them. Yep. And it wasn't the way she fixed them or anything. It just happened.
Yeah, and just to mention it,
and now even just to mention
I do too. I love them.
Oh, I just start getting exactly. I mean, I don't know if you guys out there have ever ate a food or ate something and you got sick off of it, and then even just the thought of it will almost make you start wanting to upchuck from it.
I do too, Patty.
Oh. Ooh.
We had last weekend, we had pasta with scallops and shrimp. Yes. And I used butter and garlic to toss the noodles in. We had mushrooms and peas. I like peas in it.
Yeah. Pepper, onion.
Dirt Claude says she used to catch octopus when I lived in Guam.
I love calamari and octopi when I can get. Oh, I love it when we can go to the Chinese restaurants where you can actually get the little miniature octopi that they.
No, I can't go that.
Just little tentacles in their little head. All just complete, just little miniature ones. I love those. Are awesome.
Oh, he'll sit there and hold them and shake them around and talk.
I'm on the octopi. Don't eat me, don't.
Now, can you imagine being in a
restaurant?
People
will be looking at me
looking at him.
What the fuck is he doing? No.
Oh gosh, you just don't know.
Oh gosh, but I love it. Oh, yeah, that stuff's awesome. But clams, oysters.
Oh, we need to get, yes, poor Melissa. Cynthia knows firsthand. Poor Melissa.
Poor Melissa.
Oh, if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough, you know?
That's what the song says. If you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough. When you get knocked down, you got to get back up. Yep.
I don't want to sing too much.
No, they'll be gone. Out the door, you'll hear the door slamming. See you later, guys. Bye.
Whacking.
The phone's ringing. Yep. Oh shoot, guys. But yeah, I don't know what our week's going to be like. It's supposed to be a lot of rain this week, so I don't know what we're going to get into this week. Hopefully, I'm ready to go do some detecting.
Oh, Danny Boy says, so true. Jumping out of a 3-story window was not bright.
Yeah, no, that usually is not the brightest thing to do. Yeah.
Kay's digging it. Hey, whatever happened to your alter ego,
I remember.
Robert?
Let me tell you a story, guys. This guy I knew.
Hold that thought.
O.D. Cleaver. This guy I used to run around with.
O.D.
O.D. You know, I don't know if y'all out there you heard this story. But O.D. and me one night was at this bar. And next morning he wakes up, he's got a broken leg, arm in the sling, black eye, bandaged head. He's like, Robert, what in the world happened last night? I said, oh, D, we was at that bar you got into, that old drummer guy playing the drums. Bet you that you said you could jump out that window, fly around the building, and come right back in the same window. And so he tried it. Needless to say, he couldn't do it. actually had a guy ask me, said, that was your friend and you let him do that. I said, well, hell, I lost $10 on it. You know, God, guys, come on. So,
Robert's got himself in some pickles and fixes.
OD was a crazy guy.
OD Cleaver.
OD Cleaver.
Yeah, I'm glad that he didn't follow him. Yes.
We tell you.
Dirt Claude says she has some octopus videos on her other channel from back in 2020, 2021.
I have actually.
No, he wasn't too bright, Cynthia.
Speaking of octopi, in an upcoming video, which it'll probably be 2 months before you see it.
I forgot about that.
But yeah, there will be some tips about octopi for you guys to follow.
Each and every one of you all need to follow those tips.
Need to follow those tips. So stick around.
Could you imagine being squeezed by an octopus?
What the heck is he even talking about? Clark's done went off on some. They're talking.
We've
nonsense.
been drinking too much of the spigot water here in the city, haven't we?
You know, that stuff carries a wallet.
Yeah, Cynthia says old OD wasn't too bright. Hey, Treasure Hunting Southwest PA, good to see ya.
I bet she looked up OD Cleaver.
Did you look up OD Cleaver, Cynthia?
You know, I love it. We have
don't tell no more stories.
You guys, you don't realize we have such a good time.
Them two are so used to that creek water, oh Danny boys.
We have such a good time sitting here.
We do. We do.
And looking at ourselves on the computer.
Good to see you too, Treasure Hunting Southwest PA. We will actually, when live streams are over, sometimes we will sit and rewatch them.
Yeah, I do. I will. I think it's fun sometimes.
That way we see what you're all
Because I can't even remember what I've done through the live stream. So I have to sit and rewatch it. So oh my gosh. I hope I didn't say anything wrong. You got to go rewatch them. Because you never know about me. I'm liable to say something.
Let me tell you all something.
Yeah,
sometimes he doesn't remember. And I have to say, Robert.
I have watched live streams over that we've done. And I'd be like, I don't even remember saying that.
That's not a joke.
That's no joke. We were doing a wrap up. I just heard the motorcycle go by. We were doing a wrap up for our creek video yesterday. And we were doing it in the kitchen. Of course, we had the window open. Beautiful day. And, wind's blowing. I'm starting to stalk. And then the next thing you hear is, I guess, Harley Davidson
is loud.
They must have got some new pipes or something on their Harley. They decided to stop at the stop sign out here and let the whole neighborhood know they got new pipes on their Harley, I guess, right when I'm doing my wrap up. Thank you for the background noise during my wrap up, Mr. Harley guy.
I thought, no, you're going to go back and do that wrap up. But he did.
But I said, no, I'm not. Nope, So I understand, guys love their Harleys. Be proud, get out and ride your Harley and have a good time. I have nothing against them. Truly, I do not. We used to have a gold wing trike. We talked about that. We used to love to ride it. And, I guys that ride them, but man, when you're trying to do a wrap up, have a little courtesy.
Like he knew you was standing in your kitchen doing a wrap up.
He should have known. If he didn't, he needed to do his research and find out that I was.
Oh, yes. Kay asked you about whatever happened to your alter ego, Robert.
He died. Buried. I'd kill him.
Hi ho, Silver. Good to see you.
I actually had to off him. Yeah.
Glad you're enjoying it, Hi ho, Silver. Glad to have you in here this evening.
Yeah. But yeah, he was trouble. Took him on a hunting trip. It's a terrible hunting accident. Really was bad. I hate how things happen. He shouldn't have been wearing a deer outfit. I told him it's not a good idea.
Case Digging, it says marbles, hot dog dances,
pastas,
hot dogs,
ketchup.
OOD,
Yeah, I bet
ketchup,
she.
wet chicken pot pie.
I wonder if she Googled OD Cleaver. He is a good friend.
OD
I like
Cleaver.
OD. Some good stories.
Been around a while, hasn't he?
Been around a while. Yes.
Yeah.
I see that.
What do you see?
The writing on the wall. It says Clark's Cove Command Center.
Yes, it does. You can read.
And then right here, it says Clark's Cove Detecting.
Yes,
now, I
it
don't know
does.
if they can see that. They should be able to see that.
Oh, Danny Boy says he has not had a hot dog for some time now.
We had, when did you get them hot dogs the other day from food fair? Our food fair has a good deli.
That was yesterday.
They have good hot dogs.
They do have good hot dogs. Chicken. They have good corn dogs.
They have good chicken livers.
Yes, they do.
Oh my gosh.
I
don't know if you all have food fairs.
Yeah.
In your areas, but we have what they call food fair. And it's like, I guess you'd have like Walmart, Kroger, and food fair.
Yeah, I was going to say they're a small version of Kroger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what Tradewells used to be. What we used to have, they were called Tradewells.
He can Cynthia when he applies himself.
And they have an awesome deli, and they have awesome chicken livers. They have awesome.
We've
corn
never
dogs
been disappointed with their food, except their broccoli salad.
Yeah, well, when it comes to stuff like that, but
I wasn't real pleased.
Their chicken and stuff like that is all good. They double batter dip their humans there. So
don't start that stuff.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go there.
Chicken livers are good. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. And gizzards and hearts.
Yes.
Now I know some of you out there be like, now feet, no.
I can't stand seeing them feet in the store.
I still think that's a freaking joke, and anyone that eats them has to be, I don't know. But now gizzards and hearts, and I know some of you all out there be like, ooh, gizzards and them. But oh man, I love gizzards and hearts.
I do
and
too.
Livers.
Cynthia says they have Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly. Yep.
And old Danny Boy says, why do hot dogs always taste different than when you make them at home? I don't know.
But
they do.
They do. They do. That is true.
Yep.
I love hot dogs from just like I said, the food fair has awesome hot dogs. Stewart's. I think Huntington is the only one that has a Stewart's, isn't it? Or
Stewart's and Midway.
Is Stewart's?
I don't know.
I'm not. We have what we call Sam's hot dogs, and I don't like Sam's hot dogs.
And we have Frost Top.
Frost Top, we haven't been there. But Stewart's hot dogs are freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little chain here in Huntington that's been around for a long time, and they make awesome hot dogs. And their root beer is good.
Cynthia says, first time I went to a Piggly Wiggly, so many flying creatures all around the fruit and vegetables. Oh,
chicken
God.
livers sauteed in brown gravy. Oh, that sounds good, Lisa.
We went to a restaurant one time, and I got their fried chicken livers, and they had them sauteed with onions and bell pepper.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you, that was tasty.
Yeah.
Now, they weren't gravy-y. I know what you're talking about. I like mine with gravy too, but they had battered the livers and the onions and peppers, and they were crispy and oh, so delicious with mashed potatoes and a roll and coleslaw.
Yeah. I think everyone's got hungry.
I think everyone's got hungry too. But look what time it is.
I know. We've been on here almost 2 hours, and we're going to call it, guys. Tomorrow.
Yep. It's going to rain all day. It's supposed to rain.
We're going to sleep. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
We might sleep past 7.
Well, I might get past 5:30.
Because Annabelle,
oh my gosh,
let me tell you,
I don't care if I went to sleep at 5 a.m. I'd be up at 5:30.
our bodies are just programmed.
Oh gosh, my internal clock is, I don't know who's controlling it, but whoever out there is controlling it, please stop. But no, guys, we're going to get off here. I hope you have enjoyed the evening here.
Oh, Danny Boy says, I am hungry. My dinner barely touched the hunger. Oh.
And we're going to call it a night. We've had a good time. We've hit on some good subjects.
We talked about tips for pinpointers.
The little pinpointer tips helped. If you wasn't familiar with the bicentennial quarter, I hope my little bit of info helped. I just thought that was because I should have been more on my game.
Bacon grease is a must,
but I'm not. Hey.
He does the best he can.
I do the best I can, guys.
Yes, he does.
What's that old saying? You can't.
And I love him for it.
What is it? You can't expect a pint to hold a quart. If it holds the pint, it's doing the best it can.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. So remember that, guys. And with all of that being said, oh my goodness, you know where I'm leading with this. If you lose it,
we find it.
Whether you like it or not. You lose it, we find it.
Old Danny Boy says, always fun to end the night at the Cove with all you awesome people.
Thank
Good
you,
night
Danny.
and peace.
We just hope you all enjoy hanging out with us. We're just here to just have a good time, talk some shop from time to time.
Kay's digging it says she don't eat organs unless in hot dog form or smoked sausage. See you, Cynthia, Bill,
you all be
Lisa.
Good out there and be safe.
Yes.
If you're detecting, I hope you find your finds that you're looking for, your bucket listers, your white whales,
see
and
you, Treasure
all
Hunting
those good
Southwest
finds.
PA.
And probably
Rat.
see you all here next Saturday night, same time, same quarter.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. Plans change, but more than likely we should be here unless the world ends or something. Some natural something happens. And we all blow up. Other than that, Clark's will be right here.
Yes, we will.
The same old BS we always have.
And I'll have something else to read about the marble story, Kay.
I'm not letting her do no more marble stories.
Please. Please.
Nope. Say, look at this, guys. Got her. It's okay. Huh. Guys, we're out of here.
See ya.
We'll
good
see
night,
you
everybody.
All on that next good.
Cove or fine.
You all have a good weekend. Be
good
safe.
Night.
Love you, and see you next weekend.